on YouTube. Go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share the video so you can get to a number of persons. You can get to fellow professionals who will really benefit greatly from this session. Go ahead and share the video. We are looking at security tips for travel, airports, and hotels, how to stay safe, anywhere you go, how to stay safe anywhere you go. So it's important that we stay safe at all times. All right. Mr. Michael Lane is already up. Thank you so much. Sincere apologies for the mix-up in the time. But then we're good to go. We're good to go. We're glad to have you here, Mr. Michael Lane, joining us all the way from Dallas, Texas, United States of America. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. We're glad to have you join us today. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, great. So we're excited, truly excited to have you join us today. And it's an honor that you are here with us. Mr. Mike, before you share the slides, permit me to do a brief introduction of you before you do the slides. Before you do the slides, permit me to do an introduction of you so that our participants live on YouTube right now will have the opportunity to know who you are and the wealth of experience that you want to share with us today. Okay. So we are live. Okay, your slides are pretty good. They are okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes. Allow me to do the introduction first before you go ahead with your presentation.
Go ahead and do your introduction.
Yes, sir. Allow me to do that right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today in our midst, we have our distinguished guest speaker, Mr. Michael Lane. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a short profile of Mr. Michael Lane. Mr. Michael Lane retired with a distinguished 21-year career with the U.S. Air Force, 10 of which were highlighted by time in the Special Air Mission, SAM unit. I take that again. Michael retired with a distinguished 21-year career service with the United States Air Force, 10 of which were highlighted by time in the Special Air Mission, SAM unit, transporting the United States President, Vice President, along with U.S. Cabinet and foreign dignitaries. He obtained 2 master's degrees and a bachelor's from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University during his military career. Mike became a successful director of exhibitions, events, and protocol for a major aeronautical defense company upon his retirement from military service. Additional career high notes include as a consultant to the movie Air Force One, starring Harrison Ford, as well as director to numerous industry boards, including TSEA, IAEE, E2MA, CMP, ICEEM, and Hero Portraits. Mike is currently one of the founding partners, of the Global Protocol Etiquette and Civility Academy, based in Dallas, Texas. He enjoys spending time as a speaker, trainer, consultant, mentor, delivering a wide range of content, including global protocol, etiquette, and travel security. A lifelong learner and champion for professional development, Michael is known professionally as the ambassador of certification, maintaining credentials in multiple international organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike is a proud member of the PDI POA, Protocol Diplomacy International, Protocol Officers Association, and serves on its education committee. Without further waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our distinguished speaker for today's session of the Protocol Power Sessions, Mr. Michael Lin. Mr. Michael Lin, over to you. We are glad and excited to have you with us. Thank you very much, and you are welcome to the Protocol Power Session. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. Over to you, sir.
It's going to be here nearby, and I'm going to talk today about a subject that's not really discussed a lot in protocol circles, and that's travel security. Can you see my slide? You see the slide?
Very well, yes.
Okay. Now, I'm happy for everyone that's joined us today from whatever part of the world and whatever time you're looking in. This is a subject I spend about 4 hours on security briefing, but today I'm just going to highlight some key points out of the following areas that are highlighted by the star. So don't get offended if I don't cover everything, because it's a 4-hour presentation. Okay, we all know security is important anywhere. When you're in home, school, vehicle, you're out and about, but it's really important when you're traveling. People don't think about it as much. Today's world has changed. It's changing every day. Something's going on somewhere. You've got to be diligent. Look at the CEO from the healthcare industry who was just walking down the street in New York early in the morning, and he gets shot in the head. Traveling can and will present many risks for you. You'll see them all the time. You'll see a simple instance can make a trip a disaster if you haven't prepared for it. And incidences can happen anywhere. You have them happen at home, but they're not so important then. But if you're overseas or out traveling, they become a greater risk. And lack of preparation makes you the target. Simple issues while traveling are more difficult. I mean, just lose a credit card or a passport or something, it's more difficult than when you're at home. Good preparation on your part can limit the risk. It's you. You've got to be the person taking charge of your security. Now, I tell people when their travel preparation requires a lot of work, but after you get used to it, it's not so bad every time. Make your own reservations. If you make your own reservations, you know what you're in for, you know what you've agreed to, what type room, car service, no matter what, you know. And ensure that the reservations are guaranteed, that you get a confirmation on it. I hate walking in the hotel and find out somebody hasn't booked it or was just thinking about booking it, and there's no guarantee. Use your employer's address. Don't use your home address and not the company name. That's just another way of making you stand out if you're displaying things from your company. Travel plans. I tell people to quit posting. Don't post every time you leave the house and make all the pictures of when you're traveling. Do that when you get home and you can reminisce about the trip itself. And it's just a good time to do it. And when you publicize when you're on the road, you're telling people you're away from your house. itineraries. Make several itineraries. Leave one with the office, one with the family or with a friend, somebody that you trust. And have all the contact numbers for every place you're going to be, whether it's a driver, a hotel, the airlines, a meeting in another facility, whatever, have the contact information. Your phone may not always work. Now, tell people nowadays to develop a travel book. And they do, but they make it electronically. They usually put it on their phone, their iPad, computer, but develop a travel book that's a paper copy of it and make several copies of it. And then that's what you leave with your family and friends or the office. But your computer or phone may not always work. You may be on a long flight. You may be delayed or anything and can't charge. So have a paper copy. Get used to developing your itinerary daily. Just what you're going to be doing, even if it's a day off, if you're going to be visiting several sites or whatever, just letting people know what you're doing. Passport is worth its weight in gold. So make several copies of it and don't expose your passport. I'll talk a little bit more about this when I get into passport control. And make an emergency card for each location. And I'm going to show you one. Now, everything I'm talking about in the presentation, Minabai is going to send you a sheet with all of it on their websites and what I suggest you buy and do, and samples of the forms. So don't worry about taking all the notes. And keep up with the information on anything you think you may be doing, get the information on it. Now that's my travel book, 3-ring binder, plastic insert pages, and I have paper copies in there of everything I'm doing. If I'm going someplace, I have a map of it. It's all right there in case my phone or computer doesn't work anymore. What to do before you leave on the trip. You have to have a plan, a security plan. And do you have one? Have you ever thought about it? Have you sat down with your company or your office or family and it's talked about what you would do if certain things happen to you while you're on the road? And I'm not meaning like if you can have one if you're taken hostage or hijacked, or just if other things happen while you're losing passport or credit cards, what are you going to do? The first mistake that people make when they're out, they're assuming it can't happen to them. They don't do the research, their head's in the ground. They trust in somebody that comes up to them on the street and they just don't want to know. Now, what will you do if an item is missing or stolen, like your passport? You have copies, your credit cards, so you have the numbers, your wallet, your documents, anything you need. If it disappears, what are you going to do? What if you're in the carjacking? You don't have to be driving. You can be using an Uber or a private driver, chauffeur, whatever. You can still be carjacked. And the worst thing I've run into is a hotel fire. Why things happen. People get overly tired. They're inattentive, not paying attention. They're intoxicated, drunk. They're preoccupied with things. They're confused. They're lost. And the most important thing that they're doing while things happen, they're talking or texting on the phone and not paying attention to what's going on around them. Now, when you're traveling, never use or purchase any drugs. And never offer any medication of any kind to anyone. That includes an aspirin, because the rules are different in other countries. Now, a London mugging. People say it can't happen to them. I was walking down the street in London with two other people in front of the U.S. Embassy. I stepped off the curb. A guy ran up, grabbed me around the neck, kicked me in the back. Another one grabbed my arm, tore off the watch. The car came to a screeching halt. The two men jumped into the car. They were dressed from head to toe in black. Couldn't tell who they were. But the amazing thing about it, nowadays, I say in most cities, I'd have been killed for the watch. And the woman that was walking with me had $10,000 in her purse in cash. And the gentleman next to her was bigger than me, and they still attacked us on the street. Okay, now here's a sheet I carry with me, and I've got one in the packet that's coming to you. And this is just what I'm doing for my arrival and departures for every city I'm going to, airport, car service drivers. This is the sheet, and you can make up your own. If I give to a driver that I'm using any place or where I'm doing daily, where I'm going to, while I'm in the car, everything is handled right on the sheet. Now here is one that I say is most critical. It's a daily itinerary sheet showing where I'm at, dress, location, details of the meeting, who's going to be in the meeting, if I'm having a meal, whatever. All the information is here for me to look at a glance, and also to help me in establishing if I need to make any changes if something happens during the day. Now, people don't think about their health when they're traveling. When you're traveling, exercise a little bit, get out and walk or go to the gym or whatever. Just stay a little healthy and don't travel if ill. Countries now are getting to where they're monitoring you when you're coming through customs or through the airport to see if you've got a temperature, and they pull you to the side, and then it becomes a health issue. Alcohol on plane. Be mindful of this. It dehydrates you, and I suggest no more than one drink on the plane if you have to have one. And do not carry any illegal drugs. And remember, all medication, even if it's legal in your country, it may be illegal there. So always check. Identifications. Minimize your identity and your property. Don't be flashy with jewelry. I suggest women wear a wedding band and just cheap jewelry, just cheap costume jewelry if you need any while you're traveling. Don't use titles, military rank, things that make you stand out to other people. You never know what's going on around you. And identify your property discreetly, like your phone or your computer and all. You can even put stickers on it or have it engraved with a code number or whatever, but just identify it discreetly. Now I'm going to talk about the passport and visas. A passport, like I said, is the most important document you're carrying with you. When you're traveling, you should be current for at least 6 months. Make copies. Several. I suggest people have the copy made that they turn in when they check in the hotel, because certain countries do a background check on you when you're there. Just have copies you can leave with them instead of the actual passport. It's also good if you lose it. You've got a copy to show. You can't use it to travel on, but you could go help you and get a new one. And I even suggest going to a print company and having a wallet-sized picture made of your passport picture page. Now, I carry all my information, my briefings, my travel plans, my passport, driver's license, everything on a secure thumb drive. You can buy whatever you like, but I like Kingston thumb drives. They have several types. One of the best ones you can put, people can try and get into it 10 times, and then it destroys the thumb drive. It cannot be used again. And also, they make them where you load data in them, and it's got a physical punch code that you have to enter on the outside of them. So that's just one to consider. People put their passport on their phone, but put it in a secure area where people can't get into it. I mean, if your files and all on your computer, I'd suggest that there are secured too by a secure password on the file itself. And you take extra passport pictures with you. And what you to do that? What if you're in another country, have to divert and say go somewhere else, and they require a visa? The passport pictures just save you time by already having them. And the expiration date, put it down in your phone, the date that it's going to physically expire. Back it up a year and put the date in there to start working your passport 1 year before it expires to do the renewal on it. Now, obtaining a visa. This is the website I gave it to you in the data. It's for the U.S. to check every country that they may want to go to if a visa is required, and whatever country you're host in, they've also got a website. This you just have to find out what it's under, and do the same as your passport. Make copies of it. Put the expiration dates in it. Here is a code word and hostage card that I have for all my principals and for myself. Put a photo with it. Use a code word. Put the numbers in it, put a statement in it, whatever I've got listed there, you can change it any way you want. You're going to get a copy. And it's just good information if anything goes wrong for the individuals to have at hand. Now, here's a little thing I do for checking on my passport. I do a copy of the picture page in color. I'll leave a copy with my family and friends, and there's other things to laminate it on a secure drive, carry extra photos, just a little checklist for you to go through. Now, here's that emergency card I was talking about. I make one for every stop I go to, put in the information where I'm at, the consulate, all the information about me. I have them laminated. I wear it around my neck with a thumb drive and some other information, my money pouch and all. That way, if I ever get hurt, fall down dead on the street or whatever, they've got a contact card to know everything about me. And here's a sample I'm giving you where you just make them up just as you're traveling. Now, business cards. A lot of people don't think about business cards for security. But I suggest two types of business cards, a real one and a fake one. The real one's what your actually business is. But keep the title, the military ranks, the logos and all. Be careful about using them. Only show what you need to show, and if you don't have to show it, don't. Then when I say a fake card, just put a fake one together of like being a golf pro and get a picture off the web and use a fake address, whatever. And that I just use those for the people that just bug me all the time that want to get a business card that I'm not dealing with. Now, be very careful with your business cards. When you're at trade shows or any place out, don't be putting them on your desk and in a trade show holder and in a fishbowl. People have been known to pick these up. They walk over to another country at a company at a trade show, say, I represent XYZ company. Here's my contact. You see, I'm a great guy. I want to do business with you. Credit card security. Minimum info on the card. when you apply for the card, see if you can do just the initials and the last name, not your first name or middle initial in there, or middle name. And signature area. On the back where it says you put your signature, put in there, ask for photo ID, just like that. Now it's getting a lot easier to use because you have the tap system. So just be mindful that you need to be showing ID or asking for, have them ask for an ID. List all of your cards that you're carrying and their contact numbers. Again, keep a list of them with the family, friend office. You can keep it on your phone or computer, but be in a secure file. Notify when traveling. Now, this is one problem I've had. I traveled so much that the credit card company would call me and say, we're seeing charges in London. And we're seeing charges in Paris. We're seeing charges in Spain, all in a matter of a short time, and they think the card is stolen. And they just want to notify that it's really you. And you have to go through a security factor. Now, one thing you need to do is make sure that a spouse or another person has access to your account, that they can do the security check while you're traveling before they can contact you. And you only need to take the cards with you that you need when you're traveling. Do you need that gas card or local business card or Costco's card or whatever? If you don't need it, don't take it with you. Money, I suggest that all people carry money, small denominations, in several pockets that you can take out of, so you don't flash a large bundle at one location. I carry my money in a money pouch, and I carry only 2 credit cards. And I leave one in the hotel safe along with my passport, and I lock my computer up. Do not use the room safe for your computer. It is not safe. Now, luggage. Check the quality of the luggage you're buying for carry-on and for checks. Just good quality luggage makes a difference. Check the reviews on it. I mean, they'll say there's too many. So just check what's the best to carry. And always have 4 wheels. People say I'll get by with 2 wheels, but 2 wheels lets it lean. So go with a 4-wheel bag. A lot of luggage is labeled for airline use, is not. It won't fit the overhead bins. And the key thing on all your carry-on luggage, it's lockable. The check has to be, but the carry-on should be lockable, because if you get on a small commuter plane or something, they'll probably have to check it at the gate. Now, I'll make a picture of my luggage. Here it is. I give it the brand name on it. I give the dimensions on it. I've got the value on it, and I've got the receipt of what I paid for it. And that way I've got proof of everything to show to the airlines if it comes up missing. And another thing you look at, see what insurance covers from your airline, your travel, while you're on the road, if any luggage is lost or delayed. Now, here's one of the best security locks I love for my baggage. It's a Lewis and Clark figure 8 luggage. It's TSA approved, and it locks the zippers to the handles. And this is a lockable suitcase. Checks. It's real good. It locks. But if you put the figure 8 on there, it locks the zippers at the bottom to the handle at the top. And what this does, if you go on the websites and check for FAA, you can open a zippered suitcase that just has a lock in the zippers. And they open it with a ballpoint pen. And then they seal it back by just like you doing your coat or whatever, the zippers. You know how you can pull it over the rough area sometimes and it reseals? They zip your bag back just like that. And when you get to the next destination, if by chance they place something in there and it's still locked, you're responsible for it because it's got a lock on it. I use a luggage tag. It's secure. It has a little twist off lock right there where you steer with the yellow arrow. It secures your name inside of it. It's not out where everybody can see it. And it's your last name letter on it. Inside, use your last name and your initials on. Put a phone number in there of a family friend. You can put yours too. I suggest have 2 at least in there. And business card with logo on it? No, don't make it a logo that sticks out. If you want more detailed tracking on it, here's a geo tracking system. It tracks everything. Your luggage, your car, your wife when she's out shopping, whatever you want, it tracks it. It's CSA approved. It does come with a cost, a monthly subscription. There's a website. I give it. It's in the paperwork I've got coming to you. Public transport. If you're using private, Uber, whoever, know who's picking you up. Make their picture. Also make a picture with the license plate and of the vehicle itself. Check the driver's ID. Check when you're getting in that the car has door handles and a lock. And then text all that information, the picture, the ID, the vehicle. When you're in the vehicle, text it to a friend. Now, one thing, on the car, check the child door locks, that they're off. People have been known to get in and you can't get out again unless somebody opens the car door from the outside. So check the locks. Now, let's talk about a what if. There's a fire in your hotel. And this becomes one of the scariest situations there is. I've been in one hotel fire, and it will get your undivided attention of what's going on. Keep calm. Don't panic. The worst thing you can do is panic. And be prepared. When you go to your room, know the locations of the nearest exit, not an elevator. Use the phones where they're at in the hallways and where the emergency exits are. And how they work is emergency exit, the type you walk out the door and the door locks behind you, so you have to go all the way to the bottom floor to get out. Suggested items for the hotel. I put these in the room for my principals and break them on the security at the hotel and how to get out. I suggest duct tape, escape hood, a glow stick, a flashlight, and a whistle and a door alarm. This is the duct tape. You can get it from Amazon. Only 15 yards. It's on a roll and it's highly visible. And you take this and put a big H on your window to let people know you're in that room. You also use that tape over the doors. Here, it's what we call an escape hood. It's good in 2 situations. If you're on an airplane and you have to use oxygen mask, that gives you oxygen. But if there's smoke in the airplane, you're breathing in the smoke, and this will eliminate. You put the mask over the escape mask over your oxygen mask. a glow stick. These break, light up an area. I was at an event. There was 3,000 people. The lights went out. The emergency lights went out. Somebody realized we were all wearing glow sticks on our lanyards. They popped them and lit up the room for 3,000 people to walk out. It also, at night, it makes your room shine green or pink, whatever color you're using, so people know you're in there. During daylight, it's not seen as much, but if they're using a heat source on the hotel for a fire from the fire department, it'll pick it up as a source of heat. Carry Surefire flashlights, rechargeables, 1,000 lumens. Works great, and it's great for a deterrent when you're out walking around the street. It will blind an attacker that comes at you. Always notify the front desk if possible where the fire's at. Do not open the door for them. I was in a situation in an apartment building. Apartment was on fire. I went to the door. It was hot. I went to the kitchen, went in that way, and the whole room was on fire. Open a window for fresh air if you can. Never break the window. And people say, well, why not, Mike? I get air in. Because if a fire's below you and keeps burning, smoke coming up the side of the building will come into your room through an open window. So don't break it. Be able to close it back. Do I leave or stay in the room? That's a decision you have to make, and depending on what's going on. If you leave the room, be sure and take your keys, your flashlight, a whistle, the escape hood, a wet towel if you don't have an escape hood, and your identification. Always keep everything on a nightstand ready to go. And remember, if there's smoke, stay low. Do not use an elevator ever. If you remain in the room, you can't get out. Well, what do you need to have? Fill the bathtub and sink with water. That firefighters know where you are. Call them. Put the tape on the window. Tape the doors, tape around the door to the hallway. Use wet towels, whatever. There is a hotel fire in Dubai. It's a new hotel. It burned for about 24 hours. Fire trucks usually reach the 3rd to 7th floors easily. This one couldn't even get to those because of the way the hotel is built. So you're trapped in there. Now, if you say on about the 3rd floor, you can jump and survive, but after about that, it's going to be a bad day for you. Now, I'll tell you one thing about the computer. Michael Halsey from Microsoft developed this chart. And if you can see from the far right-hand side, if you use numbers, upper and lowercase, letters, and symbols, what a 10-digit password would take you 71,000 years for a computer to break it. And for 12 years, or for 12 characters, it would take you 423 million years. So I've developed a little system here I call the 3+ system. And actually, after talking to some people, they'd say they're now suggesting 16 characters for a security password that cannot be broken. And I don't think I'm really going to be around 423 million years. Okay, that's all I've got for a quick review just through security. So I'll take any questions and answers. Got anything, Minabai?
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael Lee. Now, when you started, you mentioned this presentation takes 4 hours to do this presentation, but you are doing it in less than an hour. So, first of all, I want to say a big thank you for compressing all of these 4 hours into something meaningful that we can get. So, I want to say a big thank you for this session tonight. And the insights here have been very, very, very remarkable. When you mentioned when the fire incidents, talking about fire, when fire takes place, how to remain calm. You know, in the mind of a number of persons, but you know, how do people remain calm when fire breaks out? Because the first thing that comes to people's mind is to run away. How do they handle that fire area? Like, what happens? How should I remain calm when I'm seeing fire burning? Like, is it the best idea to run? Yeah.
You take a couple of deep breaths and just stop for a minute. Just compile your thoughts because the mind is racing, just continuously racing on what you can do. And you just want to be calm for a minute, think about it, and you'll get through it. It's not hard. One thing I do tell people, like if there's a bomb threat at a hotel,
Yeah.
and you have to evacuate the building. I was in a situation, we got a bomb threat that there was a bomb in the hotel. We had to evacuate the principal and his staff. And we had always been told never use the front door. And and it just came back with me. And the boss is saying, hey, we'll go this way. I said, no, we go out a side door. There's a reason for it. And we went out the side door, and the bomb had been placed in the front parking lot to blow up after all the people got in the area. So just think a minute, just put it all together for just a minute. You're not going to burn up in that minute unless you're on fire, and then it stop, rock and roll.
Great. Thank you so much. Because for some persons who have not gone through this, who have not experienced some form of guidance or advice or training, when these things happen, I believe a learning process can take place that it will be something that is conscious in the minds of people, so that when fire incidents or any of those kind of situations happen, they will know how to take a deep breath so that they can be able to understand where the fire is coming from or where the threat is coming from and take the next line of action. There are a few questions. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike. There are a few questions that are coming up on our YouTube channel. Okay. Uh, One of the questions says, Mike, if you can hear me, one of the questions says, how do you assess risk in a new city you are visiting for the first time? How do you assess risk in a new city you are visiting for the first time? This is your first time of going to that city. How do you go about assessing the risk?
Well, the first thing I look at when I check with where I'm going to be staying, what can they tell me? Have they had reports of things happening around their hotel? And then I go to the local police department and ask them what areas or threats are happening in their area and where they're at. And then there's other websites to check for the State Department and security, CIA, and all of the countries you're going to, of what they suggest or be aware of. You have to be a little more diligent when you're traveling. I say internationally, of what's going on around you. And people just don't do it. You're not in your home country anymore. So the same rules don't apply all the time. You just need to be mindful of it. And what I tell people really that gets to nowadays, get off the phone. Don't be using the phone. Watch what goes on around you. But you can get a lot of information. When I check in the hotels, I talk with the concierge, the doorman, what he's seen or heard. And when I'm using a taxi or my drivers, I talk with them and find out what's happening. And then actually, if we're using any type of law enforcement at an event, or there, if I go into a convention center and there's law enforcement there, I just stop, make nice conversation with them, get them a cup of coffee, and ask them about things in this area. Are they worried about anything? But you have to worry basically any place you set foot nowadays, because look at what's happening in New York with a CEO that was shot, and he was just out for a morning walk.
Great.
And then like me, I let my uh, guard down when I was in London, and I get mugged.
So much. I have another question.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. There's this question again. How do you manage travel security when you are traveling with children or elderly people? How do you manage that situation when you are traveling with children or elderly people? How do you manage that travel security?
I've never traveled with too many elderly people. Of course, I'm starting to be one of them now. Children's a little different. You set up, depends on who they are. We may have to bring in extra security to be with the children, or if we get a driver that's a security expert too, and then we look for a nanny that's security trained that can handle it. But children don't travel that much with the principal or with the people that I deal with.
Okay, thank you so much. There's another question. I
Now,
think this one is very important.
I will tell you, Minabai, that for people traveling on an airplane, it's always good to carry something for the other children. Carry a coloring book, some colors, some mints, or something that you could give to the parent of a upset child or whatever. Just a little something. And also you can take little cards that say something like, "This is my first trip. Uh, I'm just trying to get the freaking flower miles. I may be a little upset," and you give that from the parent to the passenger with a pack of cookies or something, and it just makes better relations all around the airplane.
All right, thank you. One more question so that we can let you have the rest of the day with you is what signs should make you change your hotel room immediately? What signs should make you change your hotel room immediately when you see something coming up funny? What signs should make you?
If you get to a hotel and they've started some type of construction project that I wasn't aware of, they didn't notify us, that I'd immediately change hotels. If I see any type of protest going on anywhere near the hotel, I go to a different area. And then you can look around and just see from the type of people that are hanging outside the hotel. If you're expecting some type of problem, whatever, I'll change the hotel with that. I go. And sometimes when you check in, you can talk to the desk room and all. And if things have been happening in that area or something's happened in the last few days, they'll let you know about it. And it may be time to take another reservation.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike, for this very important session. And this is very important, especially because of the season we are entering right now the festive season, and a lot of travels take place, a lot of air flights, a lot of car travels, a lot of a lot of festivities happen, and sometimes we are carried away with the festivities and forget about the fact that we need to keep ourselves secure. So I'm very, very, very grateful for this particular session, because it's going to help us going into the festivities and Christmas celebration, making us safe and conscious of wherever we go, our hotels, our vehicles, and every other place that we go. So it couldn't have come at a better time than now. So I want to say a big thank you for joining us. So one of the things I want to say to our audience listening is that Mr. Michael has a book where some of the items he mentioned, if not all of them, are inside this book. So the book is titled Travel Etiquette, and it is on Amazon. It's on Amazon. So you can go to Amazon and get a copy of this book, and of course, do a review of the book, as well as the review of the presentation today on social media, and of course, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, every other platform you are. Tag your friends, tag everybody, also tag Michael, and let's get your review of today's presentation. Definitely, I'm going to do mine. So I urge participants, what you have learned today, do a review, and let's see how we can spread the consciousness of travel security in our airports, in our airplanes, and in our vehicles, our homes, and everywhere we find ourselves. Like I mentioned, go look up for the book Travel Etiquette. It's on Amazon, and you get a copy. I think let me share my screen here. Let me share my screen. I have that page open right now. I have that page open. So let me share my screen with us. I have that page open here so that we can see that that page. Okay, let's see what goes in there. So this is the page. So this is the page. Travel etiquette, airports, and everything about it, guidelines and everything. All right. So you can go on Amazon here, and you can see the paperback there, about 21,600 there, and you can see all of the information on this book. So if you haven't got this book, if you are in Ethiopia, if you are in other parts of the world, it will show you what the price, the currency in your country. For us in Nigeria here is 14,494 naira. All right. So it's a great book that talks a lot, that goes in details with what our distinguished guest speaker, Mr. Michael Lane, has told us, has shared with us tonight on travel security, how to keep yourself safe at the airports, at your the vehicles, anywhere you find yourself. So do well to go on this platform and get that book and get more details. Also, you can share your email with me. I have some emails already. You can share your email with me, where I'll be sharing with you some documents Mr. Michael Lane has graciously given to us to share with you. All right. So drop your emails with me, send me an email, and you will also be a partaker of that. But do not forget to go ahead. Do not forget to go ahead and share what you have learned today, and do a review of today's topic, today's discussion and conversation on travel security. And let's get your thoughts and share it to the globe, so that everybody will be safe as we go into the festivities and December, beyond December as well. Once again, Mr. Michael, on behalf of the team here at the Global Protocol Circle and the Protocol Power Sessions, we want to say a big thank you. We don't take it for granted. Mr. Michael Lane is a man of experience, aeons of experience. He's our father, he's our mentor, he's our guidance. And I want to say a big thank you to you, Mr. Michael. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, anytime. I love the protocol circle.
Thank you so much. And Michael has been very active on the Global Protocol Circle, commenting on LinkedIn. So I'm really grateful for that. And we will continue to do this. We thank you for your advice. We thank you for your encouragement. And we thank you for your support all the way from Dallas, Texas, United States. And we send our greetings to you from the community as well. Any final word you want to say, Ms. Michael?
Everybody have a good weekend then. Stay safe.
Great. Have a good weekend and stay safe. Mr. Michael, before you go, let me take a screenshot. Let me take a picture so you put on your biggest smiles. Okay, just hold on. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Okay. Oh, what's happening? It's not coming up. Why is this not coming out? Ooh. Just hold on. Oh. Okay, so put up a great smile. Awesome. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you so much. All right.
Everybody stay safe.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. We're grateful. Stay safe and do enjoy the rest of your day in Dallas, Texas, United States of America. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, and that's it for this edition, or which is the last edition for the 2025 Protocol Power Session. Get ready for 2026. We are coming in hot. A lot has been packaged for us. So let me not let the cat out of the bag immediately, but just know that there is a lot that we have for you from the Global Protocol Circle and the Protocol Power Sessions. No session has ever been the best. Every session comes with its own uniqueness. The last two sessions have been fantastic. We've had Claudia Storman from Bolivia joining us, the very first edition of the Protocol Power Session, and then we had our distinguished Rima Arab joining us all the way from Abu Dhabi, from Dubai. I beg your pardon, joining us from Dubai to have that session with us. And now the last session for 2025, Mr. Michael Lane joining us from Dallas, Texas, United States. Guess which? Oh, let me know. Should I put you on that? So guess the country that our next facilitator, our next guest speaker will be coming from in the month of January. So while we are preparing for the festivities, also know that not all countries, not all nations are celebrating the festivities. So be mindful of your Christmas greetings and your celebratory greetings. But be conscious of that. And that's what makes protocol beautiful, that you understand that not everybody celebrates the same time you are celebrating. But it's been a wonderful time. It's been a great time. One of the things you want to do is to go subscribe to the YouTube platform at Minabai Seibofa. Be part of the Global Protocol Circle on Facebook and on LinkedIn. The Global Protocol Circle, just the name, just the way it is spelled, is on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Go there, connect to professionals. Just to let you know, the Global Protocol Circle currently has over 28 countries, or 28 countries as at the last count, represented, members from 28 countries represented, members from 5 continents represented, and we have over 100 professionals in the Global Protocol Circle. And the protocol pass sessions are a key part of the Global Protocol Circle. This is our mentoring series that is meant to bring us up to understanding the hidden insights of protocol in leadership, power, diplomacy, business, and security. You don't want to miss the package we have for you next year. It has been an awesome time. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much, Mr. Julius. Thank you so much, Abebe. And thank you so much for everyone that joined this session. There's so much more to come. My name is Minabai Seibofa. I am the Chief of Protocol, Shieldfield Protocol Consultants Limited. I am also the community lead for the Global Protocol Circle. There is a Global Protocol Leadership newsletter that comes out every Monday. So far, 3 issues have been given out, and it has been very, very insightful. So you don't want to miss the analysis, the protocol intelligence that comes out from such newsletters. So to be part of that newsletter, drop your emails in my inbox or drop it in the chat there, and I will reach out to you. But for security reasons, send me a DM, send me a message on Facebook, or send me a message on LinkedIn and drop your email address, and you will be added to the email list, and so you'll be part of those receiving the next issue and the issues coming up from now and then. Until then, I want to say enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of the season, and for those who are not celebrating, we wish you all the best, and of course, be the best you can. And like Mr. Michael Lynn said, stay safe out there and be good